Hey guys, I'm here with this beautiful botanical plant that I wanted to show you. Large white flowers, not huge like some that I have, but this one's pretty good. Let me show you how it looks like. Really nice. I love them and I want to collect pollen. I had this plant under the time lapse the whole night. Actually 2 nights now. The plant was inside the house for a week, but it only got to the part when I was able to film like 2 days ago or so, because the flowers took a while. You see, they start off like this, and within their own time schedule they open up. Yeah, and now we will collect a little bit of pollen so I can use it on all kinds of hybrids as further to bring in a kind of columnar body into the cross. I like a lot of Candicans hybrids and all that stuff, but what they do not have is just a nice columnar body. They are too spiny, too hard to handle. So we will try using something like this as fodder. And yeah, I want to collect pollen now. I brought me a tripod here into the greenhouse, and I want to put the camera on the tripod now. And then I collect pollen from these 2 flowers. And in regards to the pollination, this one got a hybrid called Kraken yesterday, involving Telegonus, Kermesina, and Matucana madisoniorum. And yeah, the other 2 here, this one will get Gräsers Erfolg and Selbstbestäubung, a ruffled hybrid, Gräsers Erfolg Selbstbestäubung, and Cantora, which is a hybrid with Erfolg Selbstbestäubung. That is like a follow-up hybrid that's even more ruffled than the original. Has a nice reddish kind of color. But the important part of that hybrid is the flower. The flower is big and ruffled, which is also not so common among these Gräser follow-up hybrids. Yeah, and this one will get pink stripes. So let's get started. Every now and then I might have to go to look to check on Kami, my cat, my ancient senior lady cat, who I sometimes bring out with me so she can enjoy nature, and I do not want that something happens to her, so I check on her on a regular basis, you know. So yeah, I think I will only collect pollen from this flower, because there's already a lot and I want to leave something for the insects in the greenhouse. It's been raining the whole day, and they will not find a lot of pollen outside. I'm sorry, I'm losing my voice from recording so much. So yeah, I collected a pretty big bag here. This will be enough for at least 30 crosses. And I recorded the video on how to store it in the freezer, which I will also upload as a reel. So check it out. It's basically a shorter version of this here, but with more focus on the pollen. But yeah, I want to pollinate this one and this one now. So let's get some pollen here. Okay. So the goal here, of course, is to get a botanical, get the body of this botanical plant here, called North Peru, and improve the flower. The flower here is not very big. It is just big enough, but I have a few that are much bigger. And if I would pick, this one would not be among the ones that I would choose if I want to get the biggest possible flower size. But flower size is not everything. In this case, this plant is accepting pollen from other plants very, very often. So yeah, let's pollinate. And this one here, like I said, this is going to be the ruffled Gräsers Erfolg Selbstbestäubung and Cantora Gelb. Offspring, very ruffled, often. It has good genetics, I've seen some amazing hybrids with it. And if I can get this kind of body with a ruffled flower and a big ruffled colored flower, ideally, that would be great. So we will hope that this cross will take. If not, then we at least tried it. So far, that cross has worked before, and that's why we are trying it again. So now the next one is pink stripes, and it will be used on this one with a different brush, of course. Pink stripes is a classic from the cross Wörlitz Cantora Gelb. The breeder is Reinhard Liske, and the flowers are super colorful. You just gotta look at it. I can't describe the color. It looks a little bit like these epiphyllum kind of flowers that have all these weird colors. It's just very unique. And unlike with the epiphyllums, that the hybrid pink stripes doesn't have a viral infection, so it's a great hybrid. The color comes from like the combination of pink purplish from Wörlitz. The plant has such an insane contrast that it doesn't even translate in the video. And yeah, Cantora Gelb, large, big, yellow, amazing flowers, opening up widely. Cantora is just a hybrid between Candicans and Echinopsis toralapana, a relative from the Echinopsis oprepanda group. So interesting hybrid genetically, and I feel like we could really get something here. The cross with pink stripes has worked before on this particular plant, and I donated the seeds. I have no idea what happened with them. I hope someone will eventually come forward and say, hey, this thing flowered white, or this thing flowered like pink stripes, which is a good option, which could really happen. Okay. Yeah, and this one here got Kraken. That is a hybrid between Telegonus, Sorensia telegona, Echinopsis kermesina, and Matucana madosoniorum. But yeah, the purpose of that cross is to get a cooler body, even because that all kinds of hybrids with Telegonus have an immensely beautiful body. So yeah, and this one I pollinated yesterday. Maybe I will give it another try later. I might actually go into the other greenhouse to get the pollen now, so we can do it on camera. So give me a second and I will just come back with the pollen. But it's raining, so it might take a while. So I'll pause the video. Okay, I'm all wet. My shoes completely soaked. What's this? Okay. Gotta take the cat inside soon because it's raining and I don't want her to get sick. It's not that she's sitting in the rain, but this is just nasty weather. Okay, so this is the second pollination. First one was done yesterday. Yesterday evening when the flower opened. Okay, and now we have 4 more flower buds on the other side that I can use, and some of the parents that I have in mind are Arboricola, an Arboricola hybrid maybe, also Mamacita, Super Apricot, one of the Feathers hybrids. That's basically what I have in mind here. Let me take the camera again for a last close-up. Okay, I will close the window here. Just so it doesn't rain too much on the flowers. I want the insects to be able to get the pollen. They will fly into the greenhouse and just find the pollen. Yeah, nothing else flowering around, so it's not a problem about accidental pollination. Here's the body. Blackish, brownish hair, red-brown, kinda. Hard to describe. I'm sure there are a lot of color experts in the comments that that always tell me what the color is. So let me know what kind of color the hair have on the flower buds. Kind of longish tube, but this shows you that botanical plants have longer tubes too. You know, a lot of like specialists on the internet have argued that like the longer tube always must indicate that there's an echinopsis involved. That's not true. Some just have a longer tube than others. I mean, it's just evolution, and some have evolved a little bit differently than others. So yeah, beautiful plant. I love it. This is a very like common kind of type of plant from the North Peru area. It's very interesting, and it's very thin, very slender. I have never seen this plant grow very thick or like have a lot of ribs like some of the others. You see there's an actual Peruvianus here behind it. You see that's a very different kind of body. Also very different kind of flower behavior. This is flowering from the top, from the apex. This is not. You know, these are the little differences that you got to keep in mind when you are identifying a plant. And yeah, the flowering behavior at the top is something that always stands out to me. It's not a super reliable trait, because sometimes a plant just, I don't know, the year before it had flower buds at a different spot, but I've seen this theme happening with this plant. So keep that in mind. And yeah, apart from that, I hope we will get some seeds here, because the ones from the previous years have been full of seeds, good crosses and all. Fingers crossed.